Yo, what is going on, guys? So, modern women are now saying that dating feels impossible for them, right? And we have women out here rejecting men for being broke or too short. You know the drill. Let's jump right into the clips. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
I think that we should normalize telling men that they are not financially our type. As a 28-year-old woman who does want to get married and have children and live a very comfortable but happy life, financial stress is not something that you can take lightly, and that is not something that I am willing to have in my 60s. It's just not happening.
She's proud to turn a man down just because his paycheck isn't big enough. If a guy did that to her over money, she would call him all sorts of names, I guarantee you.
Genuine question, and I know the fuglies are gonna get offended, but like, are there hot guys out there? Like, for the girls, are you guys seeing hot guys in the wild, outside, at night, anywhere? Because unless I'm literally going to all the wrong places, which I don't think I am, I cannot remember the last time I saw a man that was attractive. Like, if someone, even 5 people in this comment disagree with me, that is hopeful, but there's no.
There isn't a good-looking man left in her eyes, apparently, and she insults every guy who says otherwise. Men stopped chasing her years ago, and she has only just noticed.
Hey guys, I think I just got stood up. Like, I was supposed to, meet up with this guy, and he just, stopped texting me, and then I called him, saying I was, here. And he said he did not answer, and he said nothing. I literally got ready and drove to him, and now I'm looking goofy as fuck. Focus on yourself, everyone.
All that effort getting dressed and driving out for a guy who never even texted back. Guys, this is so common. Women will insist that, they love men who put in effort and they just want an emotionally intelligent man, but they all date dudes who don't even give a damn about them. So riddle me that one.
Went up to a table of objectively attractive men last night at a bar and was like, hey, are you guys single? And this man goes, yeah, but we're not interested in you. I was just like, oh, I have never been stunned into silence so quickly. I'm never going to forget that moment. Oh my God.
Am I the only one that still thinks a man is supposed to lead? If I can't even count on you to text me good morning or check in throughout the day and I'm the one having to chase you, which I will never do, then no. You're not the princess. I'm the princess.
You gotta love how a man is supposed to lead, chase, and text good morning every day while she shows up with the word princess. Funny how the one doing none of the chasing has all of the demands.
Hello, welcome back to What I'm Wearing. This piece of hair, singularly, is going to actually send me over the edge. I am going on a date. It is my first date in a couple months because I can't get men to take me on dates, even considering the job.
First date in months and the nerves get blamed on one loose strand of hair. Men barely ask her out, and that's the part worth looking at, not the hair.
I feel really bad for the people who are dating in 2026 because the options out there for men, specifically for women who are looking for men, it's really bad. It's really bad options out there because it's you can get the really hot guy, but chances are he's probably a fucking sociopath. But then you kind of oh, okay, I'll go with the super nice guy, the safe guy. And then he ends up being a mama's boy and doesn't want to work or provide or do anything. And whatever, that could be a whole different conversation. But it's really bad. It's really bad out.
In her world, every good-looking guy is a sociopath and every nice one is a mama's boy. Sorting all men into these two piles is absolutely hilarious. Let's just boil it down to what it really is, guys. The men that she wants don't commit to her, so that she thinks they are sociopaths now.
Dating is so new to me. I don't know, if I'm getting love bombed, gaslit, or what's the other one? There's another term. I don't know, fucking manipulated. So, yeah, I'm getting back into it. But at my age, I'm oh, you like me? I'm very receptive towards it. But now, you gotta be careful because there's There's people out there with titles, and they take their job very, very serious. So anyway, I might have got love bombed earlier. I don't know. This guy said he wanted to take me to Portugal to live, and he sold me a dream.
A guy shows some real interest, and her first move is to call it love bombing. Men can't actually win, guys. You put in effort, you get roasted. You don't put in any effort, you get roasted either way. You know what I mean?
Can I just say that I hate online dating? I hate it. Like, from time to time, I'll sign in and I will get so overwhelmed so quick because there's so many messages, so many of the same conversations, and like, I rarely ever meet up with anyone. First of all, I don't really have time. Second of all, it just never.
She admits that she works from home, never goes out, and then asks how she's meant to meet anyone. The app isn't the villain when it's the only place she ever tries, by the way. Granted, these apps are absolutely awful. I'm just saying this woman doesn't even go outside. And by the way, any woman who complains about dating or being unable to find a man is completely clueless.
So my friend and I recently had a conversation about having had a hoe phase, and we both agreed that it really changed our perspective on dating in a positive way. It made us realize that all we ever wanted was a loving, healthy, and happy relationship. Like, we do not want to have multiple fleeting connections with people that we barely know, because when you are in a hoe phase, you go out with people, and then after every date you just feel even more empty or exhausted than before because you're not really connecting. Like, you would be physically next to the person, but emotionally you're not even on the same bandwidth, and it could be very draining. And the reason why people fall into this hoe phase pattern is because first, usually they just move to a new city or like new country or even like a new state, and then second is if they just got out of a long-term relationship. Because of those two scenarios, you don't really know how to cope with being single. And so you want to explore new connections, you want to just go out and have fun, but you also don't know what you really want, and you just go with the flow. But at the end of the hoe phase, you just feel completely exhausted and drained. This video is not to say that you have to have one, but if you went through one, you know that you would never ever go back to that black and like depressing hole of just trying to meet people to feel less lonely, but you ended up feeling lonelier. It's even lonelier to be in a hoe phase compared to being just single.
This is absolutely hilarious, guys. So this woman is explaining how chasing shallow connections left her feeling empty and she now wants one steady relationship. Here's the thing. Men are going to hear this and they are going to run for the hills, okay? No dude wants to get with a woman who is, ready for a steady relationship now after she spent years screwing around with, these, how did she put it? Shallow connections. Like, how crazy is that?
I'm not submissive.
Could you be a trad wife is what I'm asking.
Trad wife meaning like I'd be at home and no.
Like making Oreos from scratch.
I don't absolutely cannot.
Why not?
Because that's not who the I am. And my daddy didn't raise me like that.
To be a trad wife.
To be anybody's wife.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful. I'm rich. I can fight. You're in your masculine area. Well, why don't you get in yours? I'm sick of men telling me, oh, well, you hardcore. Yes, I am. Can you handle it? Well, what you bringing to the table? I am the table.
She refuses to bring anything while demanding a man who brings literally everything. Calling yourself the table sounds tough until a guy asks what's actually on it.
Who's all done up, makeup done, hair done, cute outfit, and think they're doing it for male attention.
Yeah, because some women do. Especially single women looking for someone. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. But also the women that say, he should pay for the date because I wear makeup. Because it's expensive for me to get my nails and hair done. And eyelashes and whatnot. Things that men don't really care about. But yeah, men kind of connect the dots with that, where it's like, okay, if I have to pay because you spend a lot on your parents, then that means you're doing it for me in a way. If not, women should just pay for the first date. I mean, I think they should either way. And a lot of men who are single looking for someone also will happily, openly admit that, yeah, they try to look nice when they go out in case they meet someone. Why is that so wrong? Or why is that a problem? People wanting to be in relationships is not an issue. and saying, hey, I'm trying to get male attention. Who cares? I mean, as long as you're not, if you're taken, then don't be doing that or saying that. But this whole mentality of, oh, I don't care about men. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I'm not dressing up for you, but also all the evidence points to that. It's just
I love how women will talk about this, guys. They'll say, oh, in order for a man to date me, he has to pay for my expenses. But really, all this is doing is just actively repulsing men and showing them that you cannot be dated in the first place.
If there's one piece of advice that you should take today, it's that you should get rid of your situationship and never have one again. If you are looking to seriously date someone and you are continuously seeing a situationship, that's probably the reason why it's not working out with anyone else. Because if you are 1 foot in to someone that is not serious at all times and always have them on backup, and then you're 1 foot into actually seriously dating, it's just never going to pan out the way that you think it will. This morning, I decided to wake up and choose violence and say this on the internet so that someone else could hear this. Obviously, we all casually start dating people. That's how every relationship starts. But after a couple months, if they're not serious and they're not seeming like you're the only one they want to be with, it's time to say bye-bye. They don't deserve any more of your time because you can have all of that stuff that they provide you with someone that actually wants to date you. They just want to keep you around for the benefits and they don't deserve that. But also, how sad is it to have someone slithering in the background when you're trying to seriously be pure with others and meet them and get to know them and actually see if they want to date you?
The thing about this video, guys, is it's actually good advice because the point is the women shouldn't even be in situationships in the first place. Unfortunately, none of them will actually listen and they will continue to enact this behavior anyway.
I once had a guy that I was seeing for about 3 months and I was like, hey, like, where's this going? And he said to me, like, I don't want to date you, but I want to keep seeing you. And I was like, no, we're done. No matter what stage of life you're in, like, you don't need this. I see girls on the, like, local Facebook groups that are like, hey, so my situationship did this and we've been seeing each other for over a year. I'm like, over a year? Find some self-respect, please. Please, like, you're anxious about a boy that doesn't even like you. So please, for the love of God, get rid of your situation.
Let's be honest, guys, plenty of women do exactly what this video says. They date men for many months at a time without any form of commitment at all, and then they act like brave or something when they just terminate the relationship, or situationship, after the dude never wanted anything serious with them at all. It's pretty damn funny when you think about it.
I'm starting to think that guys aren't at the gym to impress girls at all. They're there to A, impress other men, B, fight depression, or C, it's genuinely just part of their autopilot systems at this point.
It took her this long to work out that men might do things for reasons that have nothing to do with her. Turns out the gym was about the gym.
Canceled date excuse. This guy we were supposed to meet up told me that he had to cancel our date because he fell out of a tree stand hunting when they were putting a stand up. And he bruised his ribs, so he couldn't move and couldn't hang out.
Falling out of a tree stand here and bruising your ribs is a very specific thing to make up. I don't think a guy canceling over that is a red flag. He's probably actually just injured.
There's a grief that happens when you're a single woman in your 40s that doesn't get talked about enough. It's the grief of the life that you've imagined. And honestly, no one really prepares you for this kind of grief. It's the relationship you thought you'd have, the family you pictured, the version of you thought you'd become. And it hits at like random moments. On the holidays, of course, and you're hanging out with your friends who have kids, or you're just randomly at Target and you see a couple holding hands. But please hear me. Feeling that grief doesn't mean you messed up your life. It means you're human, and it means that you're smart. You're allowed to grieve what didn't happen and still build something beautiful from here.
She's grieving the family she pictured, and there is nothing fake about it, guys. But here's the thing. These women could have absolutely had families, boyfriends, husbands, and all of that, but they chose otherwise.
A man gets cheated on by a woman, it's because that man really ain't shit. This is coming from a former cheater. Why would a woman in her right mind cheat on a good man anyways? Fuck. What type of dumb delusional ass shit is that? Why would a woman want to lose a good man? If a man was so great, he would have been kept. I dated this one dude for 3 years, right? I met him when I was 18. We broke up when I was 21. Towards the last year of our relationship, shit just hit rock bottom. And best believe I cheated on him with no fucks given. I cheated on him a few fucking times. I didn't give a single fuck. Whole time to this day, he doesn't even know I cheated. Men are cheaters, but women cheat better. I cheated on him with 2 different dudes. Yes, if a man ever comes to you and says, oh, my ex-girlfriend, she cheated on me, he more than likely deserved it. A good man will never get cheated on, okay? And that good man will probably be kept. So yeah, if a man ever comes to you and is like, oh my god, like my ex-girlfriend, she cheated on me, he more than likely deserved it. Just like one of my ex-boyfriends deserved me cheating on him. I didn't give a fuck.
Admitting that she cheated over and over, she still says the man is the one at fault for being cheatable, so the guy she cheated on is somehow the problem. That is a bold way to talk about your own choices. Naming him the problem doesn't change who did the cheating.
And we, as ladies, are cooked. We're cooked. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. I reactivated my Facebook dating today and matched with a man 44, super attractive, never married, never had kids. I'm like, okay, let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's happening here. And he proceeds to tell me that his only requirements are a fat ass. Like, you don't want to know if she can read or read well or read at all. No reading comprehension, but just a fat ass? Really? That's it? That's your only requirement. He proceeds to follow that with, she doesn't have to be smart. And she doesn't have to have a pretty face. Just a fat ass. 2026 is what we're looking for.
A man wanting a nice backside becomes a scandal, but her height and income checklist is just standards. Both of them are picking on looks, and only one of them is getting dragged for it. And just by the way, guys, many of the things that women hold, a standard over men for, men can't actually change. Like, you start talking about things like height, I don't really understand what a man is supposed to do if he's on the shorter end. These women's standards are just ridiculous.
How girls we want to be in a relationship with a man and you don't want to do stuff that a woman should. All these women got girls thinking, oh, you don't have to cook, you don't have to clean. You don't have to do these things. But ain't no man gonna really want to be with a girl that's not doing that because you're a girl and not a woman. I cook for my man. I clean the house. I run errands for my man. I massage my man's feet. So I'll wash his ass if he tell me. Because if that's what you need, then I can do it. Especially when you're taking care of me financially, and it don't even have to be that. It's just if you're doing the stuff that I need, as a woman, I should be able to do these.
These videos kind of just remind me of that new term going around, guys, LARPing, right? I think many of these women who make videos like this are conditionally feminine. They say, oh, I will cook and clean for a man, when in reality, you have to be paying the bills or they don't care about you at all in terms of doing those things. It's pretty funny, right? They go, yeah, I'm a feminine woman, I cook and clean, but he kind of has to pay my bills. You know what I mean?
And let me tell you why. I just got back from a first date literally 33 minutes ago, and he learned nothing about me. I asked so many intentional questions to this guy, and he never returned the question like, oh, what about you? Yada yada. It's really not that hard to want to learn about the person you're sitting in front of. This isn't a dig at him by any means, because I did have a nice time. But the only thing that he went home knowing about me was where I'm from, how many siblings I have, and what my major was. And I'm not exaggerating. I am so much more interesting than what I majored in college 6 years ago. If you have a brother, please let a girl know.
Yeah, so the reason why men don't ask you questions about yourselves on these dates, for women in particular, is simply because they don't actually care, right? Many of these women complain because dudes are not putting in effort, and the reason why is because the men don't want to put in effort. They are not there to have anything long-term with you.
The reason no one is dating anymore is because women are attracted to men who don't exist yet, and men are attracted to women that no longer exist. There has always been many mediocre and performative relationships in the world, and the only reason why these relationships lasted was because women had fewer legal rights, financial independence, or options to leave. Women started to take control of their lives. They evolved. They became independent, while men sit resentful asking who will make them a fucking sandwich. And today, even if a woman deeply wants a relationship, she won't sacrifice herself anymore. And the whole idea of successful families used to rely on one person taking care of that family. And guess who that person was? A woman.
A fair point at the start, and then she loses it, ranting about bitter men doing nothing all day. Plenty of men are fine, they just stopped signing up for a bad deal.
That you just want to fast forward to the good part. The part where you're already happy and in love and secure and solid, and you're taking trips together and the sex is amazing. I hate the early stages of dating where you're going on these dates and you're having to do all this small talk and where are you from? What's your favorite color? Ambiguity of it all. I don't give a fuck what your favorite color is, Phil. You're probably gonna ghost me anyway. It's exhausting. It's so exhausting. I'm 32. I'm tired. I can't keep doing this shit. I don't have like any more talking stages left in me. I don't got that dog in me anymore.
When you listen closely to videos like this, guys, the women are actually telling on themselves. What they're really saying is they have been through plenty of dates and hookups and situationships and quote-unquote relationships, and now they just want something secure to actually have, right? Like, if you listen to them, you will not want to be their boyfriend. Trust me, guys.
I feel sorry for some of you men out there in the dating world because it is 2025. I'm a 38-year-old female, and these women out here even confused me. Some women out here putting Jesus in their bio, but then you go look at their stuff and it's nothing but thirst traps, lustful, seductive content. I mean, the modern day woman calls serving your husband oppression, but yet will have no problem going out and serving a male boss and cry that that's empowerment. And real feminine energy is not sexual marketing like the modern day woman might tell you. Y'all are getting seduction and femininity like completely confused. And I've said it before, but a lot of women have this long laundry list of unrealistic criteria that they want in a man, but yet they bring nothing to the table. And we don't talk about that. We tell the women, no, you are a queen. You will be treated as such, but we're not teaching women how to be wives these days. And I would go out on a limb and say that most of the women out in the modern day dating culture do not actually have standards. They have entitlement and accountability. A woman's kryptonite. Some of you ladies are going to die alone, still blaming men for the choices that you made.
Here she is telling other women straight up that they carry a long list of demands and bring nothing to back it up. And honestly, it's hard to argue with that. She's absolutely correct here. Many women have these long lists when in fact, many men don't actually care about the things that the women are offering in return to get those things. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.